depression, and he hoped you have him.
What's up, everybody? It is your boy Double D, and I am coming to you today on the day where we have daylight savings time. Spring forward, fall back. That's how I always remember it. So today we lost an hour, unfortunately. For those of you that like to sleep in the morning, you had to get up just a little bit earlier, and your clocks are going to be off for the next few days, I would think. Anyway, I wanted to start something new if I could. This is something that's been on my mind for a while, and it's something that our culture has become today. And that is, it's very toxic because everybody fights with everybody, or at least it seems that way. The messages coming out in the media are doom and gloom everywhere. Propaganda from politicians all over the place on different sides. And it just, when you buy into the whole media thing online, pretty soon you've got a lot of additional stress and depression that are not needed. They're not needed because we have enough going on in our own individual lives that we should not be buying into all this. But unfortunately we do. I'm part of the problem myself. I've bought into it over the years as well. And I thought maybe how I could reverse some of that is by maybe doing a positive news piece for the week. So this is my brand new newscast that I hope I can do every week on Sunday. I haven't named it yet, but when I do come up with a really good name, we will start using that name from there forward. If you have any ideas on a good name, be sure to put them in the comments below, or even message them to me if you want to. And we will look at some different names and give this segment something positive for a name, because that's what these segments are going to be all about from me. Positivity, positive news stories, positive things happen across the globe, and stories that you probably don't hear about because the media is all about spreading doom and gloom, spreading hatred, spreading division. And so it's nice when you can see the occasional positive news stories, and I would like to be somewhere that people can jump on and check these out every Sunday for a few minutes. So with that in mind, I've picked up 3 news stories that I think would be good news stories this week to talk about. And the first one is actually right here in my own hometown. And this is a story with Mike Rowe. If any of you are familiar with Mike Rowe, he's a pretty cool guy, an all-American, goes around to different businesses, has done different television shows, commercials. He just seems like a really chill, really intelligent, and really common sense type of guy. And he has honored an 82-year-old in my hometown here of Salt Lake City for creating 800,000 wooden toys over the course of, a number of years. And he's done this in his spare time. 800,000. Just think about that. 800,000 wooden toys to give to kids in countries where something like that is going to be treasured by them. Now, you think about giving a wooden toy to an American kid, and they'd probably look at you funny. But there are still areas in the world that are in such need that these kids will love having these toys. And he's done this for many years, and I think even recently he had somebody donate rent so he would be able to continue to build these cars that he's building. They donated the rent on his shop for at least a year or something. So the community here is well aware of it, but now the world is aware of this guy. So I think that's a real cool story. It's really positive. I think he's probably made a tremendous impact on the world for doing this, and to me that's just really, really kind of a bright star of a human and individual to do something like that for so many years for kids, and in essence play Santa to them. In a lot of places, these countries that may have famine, maybe war torn, this is going to be like the highlight. Could be for days, weeks, months, even years. So kudos to him. I think it's fantastic. I will link the story below in the comments when I'm done. But anyway, that's a great little story. So I suggest you read about it. And I think this guy may even take donations. So if anybody's interested, feel free to maybe help donate to him for the materials to build the cars. So anyway, we'll move on to the next story. Now, the next story is also one of the community coming together. There was a homeless gentleman in Chicago that recently passed away, and apparently he was known by his neighbors to take care of all of these feral cats that lived in the neighborhood. Now, the numbers that I'm seeing here, it says there were 30 of them. So just imagine that for a minute. Imagine how bad it is to be homeless, and I'm sure there's probably some of you out there who have been homeless. For the rest of the people listening, it's just try to imagine that. And then on top of that, imagine taking care of 30 thrown away feral cats. I mean, I love animals, and I think that's an incredible job he did. It's no matter what his circumstances are, to take care of 30 of Mother Nature's creatures that way, could be cats, could be dogs, whatever it is, to me that's just incredible. So this neighborhood, in his memory, have banded together, and they're now taking care of the cats for him. And I think that is absolutely how a community should work. Come together, try to find solutions to problems, and work together no matter what their political differences may be or whatever. People have come together, they're feeding the cats, they're taking care of them, and I just think that's a great story. So that was another one of my 3 stories for today. Now finally, the big one for the day is, it's got politics surrounding it, but we're not going to get into the politics. We're not going to say this party did this party did that. Leave that aside. But the breakthrough that I see that was really big this week is that a North Korea and a United States meeting with both of the leaders is planned to happen, and they're gonna sit down and maybe talk shit out, and maybe a deal, an accord can be reached between the two countries, and we can not be so worried that we're going to end up going to war with North Korea. Frankly, we're just now kind of wrapping up Iraq and Afghanistan, and our men and women have been over there for years. We've lost a lot of people. Those countries have lost a lot of people. And I think if you're intelligent and you care about human life, then this is a good thing for people to sit down and try to talk shit out, because this could potentially save hundreds of thousands of people's lives if we can reach an accord, and it's a safe accord for everybody involved, and people can, hopefully come out of it for the better. And so anyway, I think this is a huge breakthrough. I didn't see the details in there, but it's been quite some time since a sitting president has actually sat down with somebody from North Korea. And as far as I know, the Korean War has never actually officially been ended. So technically, war, when it was declared way back during the Korean War, is in fact still in place. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but from the history I've learned about the Korean War, that seems to be accurate, that there's still a declaration of war. So this could, there's talk that this could potentially wrap that up, and that there could be an official declaration to the end of the war. It could maybe make some beginning ties between North Korea and the United States. Maybe there can be some kind of reaching out that can end all of the all of the pumping everything up between these two leaders. So this to me was the best development of the week. I think it's in the best interest of everybody, and hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed that we avert war with them, and that an agreement can be reached, and that they'll keep their end of the bargain, and the United States will keep its end of the bargain. That about wraps it up for this week. I hope some of you watching this felt a little bit positive and uplifted by the stories. I'd like to try to do this once a week. Like I said, if you come up with a good name for it, be sure to let me know. Put it in the comments below, send me a private message. But I think something like this, where we can just talk about positive stories for the week, have a kind of a positive start to the new week coming up, it would be fantastic. We need more positivity. I need to play a better part in it. And I hope that other people will watch this and play a part in it as well. So until next time, enjoy life, be safe, and remember, family is the most important thing in life, and stay out of trouble. Peace.